Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rizki Rienda Putri. I'm from 3C class, English Department 2019, Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, Rio University. In this video, I want to explain how I use low-tech instructional media in my teaching class in the class. This video intends to complete media pembelajaran Bahasa Inggris assignment given by Sir Zaldi. So, let's get started. Hello students, how are you? That's great. I'm glad you are doing well today. Well, today we are going to study about here, simple present tense. Now, before we get into the main lesson, let's have some overview about this topic. In our daily life or in daily basis, we as human beings always communicating to each other, to another person to create an interaction, right? Sometimes when we interacting with someone, we talk about something that had happened in the past, or something that is happening in the moment, or something that will happen. We realize those what we talk about shows different situation or time. In English grammar, when we want to express or show this thing, we use this rule to making the sentence or saying how the situation goes. Patterns are structures that make up sentence and arrange according to the time and event occurs. This is what we call tense. In English, tenses have three main verb tenses: past, present, future. The past, present, future tenses are divided into four aspects: the simple, progressive or continuous, perfect, perfect progressive or continuous. Now what I'm going to teach and explain is the tense that show an action or situation which is taking place in the present time and presented in a very simple way. This is what we call simple present tense. Alright students, now you already know briefly about simple present tense. Now I want to ask you, what else do you know about simple present tense other than things I have said just now? Or let me let you. What reminds you of simple present tense? How often do you use simple present tense? Do you use it every day? Can you give some examples of sentences in simple present tense? To understand more about this topic, let's learn through mind mapping. This is the mind map of simple present tense. In simple present tense, there are four related things that you need to pay attention. There are form, the formula, time signals, and the use or functions. We are going to study about this one by one. Alright students, the first things related about simple present tense is a sentences form. In simple present tense, there are two forms of sentences. The first one is verbal sentence, the second one is nominal sentence. What does verbal sentence and nominal sentence means? Well, the first one, verbal sentences, is a sentence that use verb that denotes action in the sentence. The second one, nominal sentences, is a sentence that use verb be, or we call it to be, in the sentence. Second is the formula. In the previous part, I've said that simple present tense has two forms of sentence. The use of do and does are for verbal sentence. Why? Because verbal sentence use verb, or we call it verb 1 or infinitive verb, that denotes the action in the sentence. And for SMR, or we call it to be, is for nominal sentence. Nominal sentence. To know more how to use do and does or is MR in the sentence, there are three ways of formula to create sentence in simple present tense. That is positive sentence, negative sentence, and interrogative sentence. Before we come into the formula to create the sentence, it's better for us to know all the subjects in simple present tense. The subjects for verbal sentence here are I, you, we, they, and she, it. Do is used for I, you, we, they, and does is used for she, he, it. For the subjects in nominal sentence, we use to be, and to be am is for subject I, to be are is for subject you, we, they, and to be is for she, he, it. Formula for positive sentence here is subject plus verb 1 or es here plus object. The object can be everything. It can be noun, adjective, or adverb. And the second one is nominal sentence. As we all know, the nominal sentence is a sentence that uses verb be, or we call it to be, right? So we are going to see the subjects as the same as verbal sentence in positive sentence, negative sentence, and interrogative sentence. Of the things that related to simple present tense is time signals. In simple present tense, there are two of time signals that are adverb of time and adverb of frequency. Adverb of time, for examples, every day, every Sunday, at 6, and etc. Adverb of frequency, for example, usually, often, sometimes, and etc. Last one is the use or functions. Simple present tense functions is to show or express habitual or repeated actions. Second one is general truth or fact. And the third is scheduled event. To make you more understand about the topic, we are going to do some exercises. For your first exercise, that is reading exercise, I'm going to give you two short texts that are all in simple present tense sentence. The first short text, you need to highlight all the things related in simple present tense that I have just explained in the mind map. Notice at the fourth sentence, he writes ginger every day. Every day is a time signals for adverb of time, right? So for the first example, you need to highlight the everyday words. That is one of the examples. You need to find it and then write it on your worksheets. For the second worksheet here, we are going to see the correct and the wrong sentences. Help you here, we can see the first sentence is already wrong because it says Stacy are a singer. It's wrong, right? Because the correct one is Stacy is a singer. Because the subject Stacy is the same as she and need to use to be is. So the correct one is Stacy is a singer. You need to find more of it and then please write it on your worksheets. Second is listening activity. In this listening activity, I will distribute 6 papers which will contain 3 different short text topics. Here, I need 6 players who will be divided into 2 pairs each. Each paper will have 2 types. The first type is the short text that the first sentence is missing, and the second one, the second sentence is missing, but will have the first sentence. So you will know your partner by the first sentence read by the owner of the paper. So after you found your partner, you need to write the sentence based on what you heard from your partner. Even though each paper has an answer for your respective partner, you shouldn't look into your partner's paper because this is a listening activity and it also can help you to sharpen your vocabulary. This activity is writing activity. In this writing activity, you will do some exercise, but it will be in the form of games. The first game is to write a sentence based on the picture provided. We'll provide a dice box that have 6 numbers on each side like this and 6 pictures that will be numbered from 1 to 6 on each pictures. You will have a turn to throw the dice 3 times to get 3 pictures that you will develop into several simple present sentences. Say after I threw the dice, I got pictures number 1 and number 2. Here, I need to create a simple present tense sentences based on these pictures. My simple present sentence for the first pictures is Mrs. Galiando is an English teacher. My simple present tense sentence for the second picture is Andri kicks the ball to Anto. Then you can continue with your partner. The second game is arrange and complete the sentence. For the second games, I will write some numbers and put them into a bottle. I will call you one by one to take one of the numbers. Each of these numbers has a random word that you need to arrange to make a complete simple present tense sentences. And there will be a missing part that you need to complete. Here, you need to complete the missing part according to your understanding about the simple present tense. Finally, we have come to the end of the lesson today. To give you a remark and feedback, I need you to write a report of what you have learned today. You need to write down on your notebook of your own perception of definition, functions, and all things related to simple present tense, and then please make some examples of simple present tense. After you finish the report, please hand it to me so I can give you remark and feedback. Thank you, and that's all class for today. That's how I use my lesson plan with low-tech instructional media in the class. I think that's all from me. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.